What up, though? It's your boy DTM Deontay the Motivator, man. What's good, right? So, I hope everybody had a great, excellent, productive week last week, right? So now we're in a new week, moving forward, and it's time for Motivational Monday, right? My favorite day of the week. And today, what I want to talk about with you guys is fear. The word fear. Now, what does the word fear really mean? It simply means that it's false evidence that's appearing real, right? But the question may come about, like, how does it come about? Like, how does this false evidence appear real to me, right? And what that means is somewhere along the line, we misplaced our identity. You know what I'm saying? So what I mean by that is you don't know exactly what it is you can do because of something that may have happened in the past, right? So you got to jump in head first. Be in over your head. If you don't go in over your head, how do you know how tall you are, right? I love that saying. If you don't go in over your head, how will you know how tall you are? Now, what that simply means is, how will you know how much you can take, how far you can go, how much you have in you? You have to give it a shot. You know what I'm saying? You got to make up in your mind to do it, and then do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't let your past failure affect your decisions of today. You know what I mean? Because in all honesty, you can ask anybody, man. Failure is the biggest part of success. You know what I mean? You can't find out one successful person that didn't fail. It's impossible. You know what I mean? So you can either run from your failures, or you can learn from your failure. You know what I mean? Everything that you do should be a learning opportunity for your next step. You know? So to get over fear and failure, you have to live an intentional life. Deep. Say it one more time for you. To get over fear and failure, you have to live an intentional life. All right? So understand that there's a major difference between having good intention and living an intentional life. You know what I mean? So I'm going to give you a few words so you can distinguish whether or not you have good intention or if you're living a intentional life. All right? So I made a list. And I'm not going to give you the whole list because the list is kind of long. So I jotted down a couple words that I just want to show you in transition on how you can tell whether or not it's in good intention or are you living that intentional life, right? So the first word that I'm going to give you is desire. People with good intentions have desire, right? But the thing is, when you turn that desire into action, that's when you start moving into intentional living. That's when it's intentional. You got a purpose, right? And then the action will ultimately give you a result, one way or another. I'm a little dark on here. I hope y'all can see me. You know what I'm saying? But move it over so you can see me real good, because I want you to feel what I'm saying, man. So another word of good intention is wish. People with good intentions will say, man, I wish I can do that. I wish I could move forward. I wish I could make it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? I wish the airplanes would stop coming so frequently so I can get the video done. You know? But, wish, what was I saying? People with good intention wish a lot. But when you turn that wish into purpose, that's when you transition into intentional living. And ultimately, your purpose will give you fulfillment. I love it. So the final word I'm going to give you of good intention is someday. People with good intention will frequently use the word, I mean, someday I'm going to go back to school. One of these days. And don't get it confused. Don't get someday confused with one of these days, because some people say one of these days and they both mean the same thing. Someday, one of these days, all the same. Don't get it confused, okay? But when you transition from a good intention to a life that's intentional, that someday or one of these days will transition to today. Today I will be. You know what I'm saying? So today will be the intentional living word. You know what I'm saying? And eventually once you do today, you will ultimately become, you'll be saying every day. That'll turn into every day. You know what I'm saying? If you do it today, and then tomorrow you do it today, and then that day after that you do it today, eventually you'll be doing it every day. And that's when you live. That's when you live in an intentional life. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about living an intentional life. So, um, when you live the intentional life, you minimize the chances of misplacing your identity, and fear will have no place in our lives. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, intentional living versus good intention. Okay, that's the capitalization of fear. That's how you get it. That's how you get control of it. You know what I'm saying? You'll go from a can I, good intention, to a how can I, whew, intentional living, making it happen. You know what I'm saying? Execution is definitely worship. But you got to know what you're going. Let me give you this quick story, man. I see my time going, but let me give you this quick story. Listen, there was a gentleman who was in his backyard, right? He had acres, right? He had a fence. He loved his bow and arrow, and what he was doing was he would pull the bow and arrow and he would shoot it at the fence. And when they hit the fence, he would go up to it and he would put a bullseye right around the bow and arrow. You know what I'm saying? And what that did was that made him feel good about the fact that he hit the bullseye. But there was no bullseye. He made the bullseye. Like he was aiming at literally nothing. So whatever you hit is the bullseye because you don't have no aim. You're aiming at nothing. And we generally do that from day to day when we live life. We don't aim at nothing. We just go for whatever. And it takes you away from your path. You have to be intentional in whatever it is that you want to do, so you can know where you're going, and you can say no to opportunities that may be good, but it's not down the right path of what it is that you really want to do. You know what I'm saying? So don't be scared. Write it out. Tell somebody so you can get that accountability and make it happen, man. Don't just be shooting the bow at the fence. And circling and like, yeah, bullseye, got it, bullseye, I hit it. That wasn't your intention. You know what I'm saying? That was just good intention. You did hit the fence, but you might not even been aiming for the fence, man. You gotta aim at something and go for it. And I guarantee you, if you do it at 120%, you'll get what you're trying to get. Just look at your boy. I'm on my way, baby. You know what I mean? So I want to leave you with this right here. You can fail at doing something you don't really want to do. So why not take a chance on doing something that you really love? It's your boy, man. DTM, Deontay the Motivator, man. This is Motivational Monday, and I get with y'all another day. Peace to y'all. This is my